When it comes to rankings, we got these different letter tiers here, folks, just in case for some odd reason you've never been a part of one of these before. S tier, for some odd reason, S is the best. It's like the ace in cards. I don't know. It just makes sense. And then you got the rest of them down below that kind of speak for themselves. So, first one, guys, I think we should go ahead and throw out there is we've been talking a little Friday the 13th. Start with Jason.
Yeah.
Right? Where does Jason fall in the ranking for everybody? Now, I think that sometimes the big top guys, it's a little bit easy and everyone can guess, well, it's got to be your top tier. But I know not everybody likes all of these ones. But he is an S tier for me. What's everyone else feel?
I mean, I don't know. I've only seen the first one and then the remake, so I don't have a lot of say in this one. But I would say that he's like a B because there's a lot of movies that a lot of people don't like in his franchise. But that's just me, and I haven't seen a lot of them. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with B. I have also not seen a lot of them, and I think that he is more iconic than his movies because really, even the first movies weren't that great. High B.
Solid B, B plus.
Okay. My biggest thing is I only threw him up as far as higher because when it comes to like villains, he's just like an unstoppable monstrous force, like the sense that just nothing seems to take him down. He always seems to be so resilient and come back. Now in the sense of movies being more or less popular, yeah, I could absolutely see where it's not exactly a hit with everyone in the franchise, though he's got a lot, right? So I mean, at least there's some room for misses there. But I mean, it's fair. It's fair. I can see where maybe he's not quite up there for everybody, for sure. He's got a special little place in my heart for some reason. I've always enjoyed those movies, and I think The Mask. I've always enjoyed the design as well. So I'm willing to go down on my tier.
I don't know. I would keep mine at like, geez, either A or S, and I would go toward S. Again, the movie. Yeah, the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I would go with S just because he's such an iconic killer. The movie, yeah.
And you're also wearing his costume right now.
Yeah,
So.
there is that. But
so I'm
gonna go with S. Yeah, some of those movies are schlocky. Some of those movies are a mess. I agree, and some of them I can't help but love. So I'm gonna just go with S on this one anyway. Just going on just the killer alone, and yeah, like this unstoppable monster.
Let's go down the line. Jace, what would you say?
To compromise here, I'm at least willing to go down to A. I think it deserves S, and I probably want to stick with S as a personal thing, but as a group, I'll go with A.
A. Sean, what would you say?
I'm sticking with my B.
B. Dan, what would you say?
I'd be willing to go up to A.
Ooh, A. All right, so A's taking over.
Yeah.
I'm going with B.
Okay.
I'm going with B as well. And so, Anthony, you're going S.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go down to A, because then there's Freddy, and then I'll take Freddy over Jason. So that's why in this case, I would be willing to go down to an A.
So he's an A then. Right. Jason Voorhees is an A tier horror icon.
All right.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's B.
Hey.
He's B.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the not people's category. I mean, I guess they're kind of a person, but kind of like more similar to myself and the other Ken, another doll. What about Chucky?
Ooh, Chucky. Chucky is an A for me. A. I love Chucky. Now, I'm not the biggest Chucky fan out there. Mm-hmm. I don't even really prefer his horror movies when compared to like a Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, but I do love the character of Chucky. And they have a Chucky haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights this year, and it's my favorite house this year. It is so scary. Chucky is A tier for me.
I would go with A as well. He's just a fun little killer doll. I mean, what do you want? Yeah, no, I put him on at about the same level as Jason. Now that I'm thinking of it, maybe a notch below, but A for me as well.
He's not as high up there for me. I mean, I don't dislike Chucky. He's not like bad or anything. I just never really thought like too much of him. I always kind of like saw him as more of a joke than anything else or whatever. It was always so. I don't know. I'd probably throw him like in between B and C, but I guess I'll go B.
I'm gonna go with A because I think his like Chucky has kind of like lasted for so many years and like reinvented himself through different people, obviously, but he has like his show and they've like done like the comedy route with him too, like dark comedy. So I don't know, he has like a lasting impression on the horror, consciousness. So I don't know, I think he's an A for me.
An A for me as well. I would put him, as far as icons go, behind Jason, but an A as well.
Ooh, that's right.
No.
Let's see if we keep it going with the A's, because hold on. Just hold on.
Ghostface.
What are we doing? Oh,
Let's see if we can
S.
That's right. Keep it going. Keep the goddamn chain going. S for scream. Anyway, let's rank. Where do I stand on this? So help me God, if you don't put me in S, I'll gut you like a fish.
It's a B for me. I like this series, but I don't love it like all of you guys. Like, I still think, like, I don't think it's scary. I think some of the movies think that they're smarter than they actually are. But I mean, he's iconic for sure. So he gets a B for me.
Dan, I'm going to guess it's an S or higher.
Yeah. S, yeah.
And Anthony.
Jeez, I'm gonna I feel like I'm gonna just do. I wouldn't say S. Actually, I wouldn't say S, but I would go with either like an A, and I could probably even be talked into a B.
Ooh, Anthony, get into my camp, boo. Let's do it.
It's also such a weird thing because he's been so many different killers, but then again, he's still like an iconic entity, So, geez, I don't know. I would go with A. I guess I would go with A, but I mean, I could be nudged down to B. We'll see how this goes.
It's 3 against
I don't know. I think we should nudge you.
3 against 2 S.
S?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm on B and he's on A. So I feel like, then you guys are on S, so maybe A for him as well?
No, well, for the other ones, we just picked the majority. So, like, majority was A for Jason. Majority was A for Chucky.
Oh, yeah. So S, I guess.
Okay.
Wow.
S for Ghostface, baby.
All right, good shit.
The heck was that? All right.
Welcome back, Weird Ken.
Thanks. Wow, I've never been welcomed back to anywhere before. All right, well, let's see for another one here. Let's go ahead and I'd say next up on the list, let's throw into the mix here Hannibal.
I've only seen Silence of the Lambs. I haven't seen the Hannibal show, so I know a lot of people are going to use that and maybe like that's going to boost him up. But because I only seen him in Silence of the Lambs, he's good.
Yeah,
skip
just
me.
off that alone. Come on now.
Skip me.
And the show with Mads Mikkelsen, he's so good as Hannibal too. It's almost less horror though, I guess you could say, but it is horror at the same time. Oh, that one's hard. I would say an A for me.
I would go with S. Silence of the Lambs is like a classic. Red Dragon.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Red Dragon. I don't think a lot of people like that movie. And Anthony Hopkins was like the best part of Hannibal. Have
you guys ever watched the show?
I haven't seen the show yet, unfortunately. But I mean,
it's so good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with S on this one for me.
I think I'll change mine to S too. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Who S's? It's just Anthony Hopkins is just insane. I mean, he won the award for that too. So.
Wow.
Weird
Wow.
I at least gotta go A. I feel bad not going S. I guess after all this, I haven't seen the show, but I do want to say, like, from what I have seen, and it's just such a performance that leaves you with like a resonating feeling, and because of that alone, I feel like it just deserves to be at the bare minimum on the A tier.
I'm gonna go with A as well.
I'm gonna go with A.
We have like 3 A's, right? So that's respectable.
Bet.
All right, jumping back on into maybe the more well-known big heavy hitters. Stu, Mr. Freddy. I feel like it's an immediate S tier for me. It's hard to beat Freddy. He's just one of those top iconic. How do you possibly match with Freddy?
I gotta agree. I think Freddy for me is an S tier.
S all the way. It's not even a question.
So I'm gonna say A.
Okay.
I've only seen the first movie once, and I don't love it as much as everyone does. But no, he's an iconic character though. Like
Sean's not here, but the S's do outvote with 3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd probably put S anyway.
Freddy Krueger is S.
Or another one that's definitely up there. Let's see, a clown, but maybe not the clown you'd expect due to like recent stuff. One that's gained a lot of popularity. Art the Clown.
I'm going to go super average only because I haven't actually seen the Terrifier films. And because I haven't seen them, I'm just going to go C. C seems to be like, when I think of C, I think average.
Art is 100% S for me.
Okay.
Because I think he's terrifying.
And
like a lot of these, I feel like they're not as like, I don't know how to explain it. Like Freddy's terrifying too. I would have rated him an S as well. But Art the Clown, I don't know what it is about that character, but he just like gets under my skin. So S for me.
I'm gonna go S on this one as well, mainly because what Sean said. I feel like Art the Clown would scare the other people on this list.
Yes.
He's fucking insane. Excuse my language. He's insane. He's insane. So yeah, it's so violent and brutal and nasty. I mean, these movies. Yeah. So yeah, easy S for me. Otherwise, I'll go into rant mode.
Well, I'm gonna throw him an A for sure, and it's not even to try and be as like a bad thing. I love Art the Clown. I think that after seeing like the stuff that he does to people specifically, it's hard to not like kind of throw him very high up there. That alone, right? The way he goes about his kills gets him a higher ranking for sure. I haven't seen the second Terrifier, which is the one that has gained him a lot of popularity, so maybe that would change my mind. But yeah, just from what I've seen, I'll throw him at least an A.
Dan?
S for me.
Ooh.
Wow, this is an S.
Yes.
No, not B. What the heck?
No.
I'm sorry. My fingers can only go up the... What the heck happened?
And you know how impressive that is for like a relatively new character to hit, to be up there, with Freddy and oh man, that's freaking incredible.
I think what's exciting about Art is like he is like the first new character in horror that is like since Jigsaw, basically. Like people have been trying to create new characters, and this is the first one in like 10, 15 years that has really just, made an impact. So I'm excited about Art. I can't wait for Terrifier 3.
Next up on our ranking here, we got good old Mr. Halloween himself, Michael Myers.
Ooh.
S.
Moving on up.
Evil dies tonight. Let me get an S.
Yeah, it's an S.
Michael Myers, baby.
Yeah, he's the.
And like, David Gordon Green cannot mess it up even with his last 2 films.
I keep messing up. There we go.
I mean, for me, I guess he's going to end up in an S. I put him at like A anyway, but still, I guess he's going to end up in an S. So there we go.
No.
Oh yeah, baby.
Well, that was an easy one. All right, let's move on. We were just talking about him, so let's go ahead and throw him in the mix here. What about Jigsaw?
I'm going with S.
It's a 100% S for me.
Yeah. S as well for me.
Yeah,
S is an easy one.
Dang, another easy
one. And talk about, like, he literally, like, I don't know, we all thought that he, like, Saw was dead, and then they came out with Saw 10 and, like, reinvented this franchise again. I don't know. I feel like it's never going to die. I love Jigsaw.
You talk about, like, doing what most killers, I guess, in big franchises usually do, which is, like, leave a heck of a legacy. And then he really did very much that in his franchise as far as other people picking up and running with what he did and everything.
Yep.
That's pretty iconic in itself. I'd say he's worthy of the ranking.
Oh, my God. Lisa is giving... Oh, my God. She's giving him a B. I can't right now. I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack.
I'm going to throw a different one into the mix here that I think it deserves to be in the ranking, but I'm curious to see where you all are going to put him. Pinhead.
C.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about him. I've seen the first one.
I second.
I would say
it looks creepier than anything. I feel like I don't really know too much about it, but he just has a creepy appearance. But that's really it. So I'd say C.
I would say Pinhead is a B for me. I actually really loved the new movie that they did, the new Hellraiser. But yeah, I don't know. I know they did a bunch of direct to DVD sequels that no one saw, or if they did see it, they were disappointing. So I'll go with like B.
I don't. I think I do an A for Pinhead.
Oh.
He's been terrible.
Really?
Since I was a kid. Yeah, no, it just gives me the creeps. It's everything about that character, and yeah, I would go for.
I will say, going into Blockbuster and seeing the image of Pinhead when I was younger, I was like, "What is that?" I'm terrified of it. But I didn't grow up with it.
Geez, where does that leave us? Oh, and C?
Yeah, majority C.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we got Pennywise.
Pennywise is going to be a B.
Just curious, John, why a B for you? Because I'm wondering if we have the same reasons. Because for me, it's like his powers feel like what are his, I don't know. I've always been a little
inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
He's like almost like Freddy, but at the same time, he can be defeated by bullying.
Yeah. B, I feel like B is kind. B, but yet it's the movie, like the first movie was awesome. I even like the original 80s TV movie. So yeah, it's a solid B, I think, for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pennywise gets an S for me. I feel like personally speaking, that's just where I sit with it. I've always loved him as a character. I think Bill Skarsgård's performance specifically just like set it in stone that he is like one of my favorite horror villains. And I do think it's the iteration of when he's the clown that I love the most, but the fact that he really can be like a real life Freddy and turn into anything that's your biggest fear in person. It does get underplayed and undersold a lot in the properties that they usually put out, like the movies and stuff. But I mean, he can really mess you up, and I think a lot of people forget, like when they're like, oh, then why doesn't he just like kill everybody so quickly if he's so powerful? It's explained in the book very well that he looks at scaring people like seasoning your meat, like tenderizing and seasoning your meat. So like when he scares you, he wants to scare you more and more and more and more before he like ends you, because the more terrified you are, like the more satisfied that he is.
Such a great metaphor. I love that. Yeah, he's a definite S for me.
Danny.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. He's one of my favorite horror characters.
So S.
That's it.
All right, Pennywise goes to S.
Ooh, wow. If Sam is there, we could do Sam.
Yeah, let's do Sam from Trick or Treat, and then let's end it with, after that, another horror legend of sorts with Leatherface.
I was going to say, yeah, Leatherface. We have to at least get Leatherface.
Yeah.
Leatherface.
So let's start with Sam. Sam, for me, is an A.
Same.
He's the spirit of Halloween for me. I watch Trick or Treat every Halloween. Every time it gets to that section of the movie where Sam comes in, it is like the what's the story? Or Christmas Carol, but it's the Halloween version. So Sam is really the spirit of Halloween. He's an A for me.
John, I love what you just said because I agree with it completely. But we just have the one movie. You know what I mean? Like, we needed more, and they were going to, like, Michael Dougherty was going to make more movies. So for me, I just feel like if we got to see that character explored more, I would love that so much. But because it's just isolated to one film, for me, it's a B. But I love that character so much.
That's fair. My thing is that everything that I said, plus throughout Trick or Treat, Sam is throughout the movie. When these crazy things are happening, whether it be supernatural or horrific, Sam is always there because he's the spirit of Halloween, in which these things are being brought about because he's overseeing it all. That's why I feel like he's such a major character in that movie.
And he is, absolutely.
But I agree. I think there should have been 10 Trick or Treats by now.
I would echo everything Sean said to a T. So I'd also put him at B for literally the exact reasoning he just said. It was very well stated.
Jason,
Thank you.
You've seen it, Jason?
Yeah. Love me some Trick or Treat.
It's an amazing movie.
Wow, I thought I was like one of the only ones. Oh, Anthony, you said yours, right?
I'm going A on this one.
Ooh, Anthony. Break. Come on, Dan. Up to you.
So movie-wise, it would be S for me. But I'm going to say A because of that. We only had the one movie. but I love Sam and I love this movie.
Nice. Where is he? Here it is. Here he is. Oh, sorry. He's going to be on B for a second. That was sorry. There you go, Sean.
No, I love Sam. I want him to be on A. I'm happy about it.
Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm gonna say B. Because even though he's so damn iconic, and I don't mean for this to be like too much of a jab, but he's very one note. Like even in the most one note of characters, like Michael Myers and Jason don't, like talk at all. I'm not saying he talks a lot or at all either, but like at least I don't know. I feel like I get something different from them where it's a very one note. I feel like with Leatherface.
I think Leatherface is scary. Aside from that, dude, I really don't care about Leatherface. I think he's a D. Wow. I don't care about Leatherface. That first movie, I liked the movie, but even Leatherface is a freaking just bumbling idiot in that movie. I know the second one is almost a cult classic, so I mean, people are here or there with the second one. It's a cult classic, and the rest of the movies are trash. He's trash in them, and that last one that came out last year was one of the worst movies of the year, and he was horrible in that too. He's a D.
Wow! Holy shit!
Wow. Okay.
Shots fired.
I completely disagree with you. I think Leatherface is like what you're saying about trash is right. He is trash, but like that feeling of trash, that grittiness of being like this disgusting, vile Ed Gein sort of vile human being. I don't know, like that epitomizes the disgusting evil of humans. And for me, like Leatherface is the scariest of all of these horror icons. Even though the movies kind of suck besides the first one, which I think is just, that one just gets under my skin. But I still go with S on Leatherface.
Oh, wow. I didn't think you were going to go that high. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was getting ready for a B from you. Wow, that's high.
No, like out of all of these ones that like actually scare me and get under my skin, Leatherface is the one.
Me and you are complete opposite ends, literally, from S and D.
Yeah,
John, I'm feeling you completely. The series is like hit and miss. That's putting it kindly.
Yeah.
But that I don't know. But for me, that character, especially in the first movie, is just horrific. Lisa Loves. I have to shout it out because in her video she puts this great iconic scene of a victim walking into the house and he gets hammered on the head. I mean, the first time I saw that, I don't think I saw that movie till I was in my 20s. It left me like rattled. It's a brutal moment, right? It's so easy. It's an A for me. I don't think he's quite S, but it's an easy A for me.
The movie, like you guys were saying, is just so it feels like something you shouldn't be watching. That's how gritty and dirty it feels. Icon wise, I want to go an A though. A.
Okay, so it is an A because Anthony chose A, right?
I said A. Sean, I'm sorry. What did you say again?
I said S.
So A.
I would say A.
Right.
Let's get it.
There we go.
That's it, baby. We did it, guys.
Okay, so are we going to rank we need to move these around though, because we need to get to the top 3 and the bottom 3.
Real quick, should we simply like take the S tier and rank it down to the top 3?
I think Michael Myers should be 1.
I think Michael Myers is 1 because we all agreed that he was S, and then when it comes to Freddy, Dan was.
That's fair.
Yeah, because Freddy would be like a big one for me.
Yeah, Freddy would be my pick there. But
Freddy, I would be willing to put second, even though I like Scream more. But Freddy second, maybe.
I would put Freddy second because it's one person, and Ghostface is a whole bunch of people. Like for example, Roman Bridger's Ghostface would be in D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jill Roberts, she's S.
See, I would have Freddy as 1. That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, if I'm outranked, I'm outranked, right? I would have.
Honestly, I would put Freddy. I would put Freddy as 1 too over Michael.
As far as just like villains go in general, there's something I like a lot about Michael, but at the end of the day, man, I don't really think I could kind of push Freddy to the side completely.
I would say Pennywise or Jigsaw in top 3. That's
All right, so
that's where
real
I'm
quick,
going. Because I know you guys aren't going for Leatherface.
Scream would be 3 for
No,
me.
so yeah, same. But let's be fair here. So Freddy's our number 1. Have we agreed on that?
I think Freddy should be number 1.
Michael's our
do.
number
I'm
2.
with that. Yeah. So
Michael's our number 2.
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so let's do this for number 3, just like kind of like knock 'em out round. So Ghostface versus Art. Jace.
Ghostface.
Ghostface versus Art. Dan.
Ghostface.
I would choose Ghostface as well. And Sean.
I would go with Art.
Yeah.
Anthony?
Art as well for me. Yeah. Art.
All right. Art unfortunately gets knocked out this round. Ghostface versus Jigsaw. Jace.
Jigsaw.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Dan, Ghostface and Jigsaw.
Ghostface.
I'm going Ghostface as well. Sean.
Jigsaw.
Up to you, Anthony.
I think Jigsaw.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
It's like
All
it's
right.
tough. This is tough. It's tough because like when you start matching them, and it's just like on another day, I might go with a different thing. I don't know.
So now the last one is the last one. Jigsaw versus Pennywise. Chase.
Pennywise for me.
Jigsaw, Pennywise, Dan.
Shit. Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I would do Jigsaw as well. Sean.
Same.
Jigsaw as well.
All right, so Jigsaw's our number 3. There you go. We got it, guys.
All right.
And there you have it, folks. Whether we all actually agree, the decision boils down to top 3 villains being ranked here by the Cinema Squad exclusively. Freddy Krueger at number 1. Number 2, we got Mr. Michael Myers. And number 3, we got good old Jigsaw. Goodness gracious, I'm pretty spooked out just looking at him. How about you guys? Sorry,
Yes.
that was the trauma. That was the trauma.
The trauma.
Just when you thought
The
it was
trauma.
All right, so yeah, last one is Pinhead. Poor Pinhead.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That's right. Poor Pinhead.
That was fun.
Poor Pinhead. I loved it.
Nice.